Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Control. Last time, we learned that Ahti continues to be the best, and since people are wondering, he's speaking and often swearing in Finnish, using a lot of Finnish idioms too. And he shares the name of a Finnish deity, probably has to do with the fact that Remedy is Finnish.
Burn the trash. Throw it into fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
Speaking of strange idioms, burn it into a reindeer, not a moose. In Finnish is poltase poroksi e harveksi. And that's, I think, meant to be a pun, because reindeer in Finnish is poro, but it can also mean ashes. And I totally got that from a Reddit thread, which translates a lot of Finnish words and swears and idioms that he uses, so I'll link that in the description.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
So helping Ahti is part of our critical path as we get down to the generator and the coolant pumps. And then we also have this side quest that we just picked up from the memo board in Ahti's office to burn some trash. Oh, we even get a little bit more information about the horsey / choo-choo. Everybody loved that the board referred to the carousel horse as a choo-choo. And we are at the power plant. Look at how imposing this structure is.
It's dangerous out here, lady. Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Nah.
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, it came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought. Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that.
What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Sounds like secrets are standard operating procedure around here.
Oh, yeah, it's all part of the job.
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. That thing is director only. Salvador told me by the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new is our best bet.
Do you know this Ahti guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. He probably knows more than anyone else around here, if you can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
I'm guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
I should be going.
Right. You got a lockdown to lift.
I feel like the Sweden thing must be like a cheeky little jab at Americans not knowing like anything about other cultures or any kind of geography whatsoever. Also, Arish loves Ahti, so that automatically makes Arish okay in my book. And there's also something that I really like about Jesse, and it's her repeated respect for the people who, as Arish puts it, are usually like the lowest rungs on the ladder. Like service workers, janitors, like Ahti, maintenance folks. These folks do some of the most vital jobs, and they tend to get snubbed and looked down on a lot. But not by Jesse, and I really appreciate that. So now that we actually have enough resources, we have upgraded our service weapon and gotten the Shatter form for it. So we're going to add a little personal mod, and we'll get to see what this is all about pretty soon. Also, I thought I modded the regular pistol form of the service weapon. Look at that. And square will change the form of the weapon. Remember when we first got the service weapon? The board refers to it as a gun/sword/intentionally left blank. And Arish even references having seen it once before, but it looked nothing like what Jesse's brandishing. Well, it's because the board is not only speaking through concepts, but also because the weapon itself is as open to interpretation as the board's comments. Changes forms. Oh, that was beautiful, and I didn't even blow myself up this time. Yet. There's still plenty of time. And speaking of explosives, that is the nature of our new hiss enemy type. Oh, that just ricocheted right off something. Ooh! Luckily, that explosion radius is not huge. They really like to send these at you in large numbers just to corral you, especially in later fights when they start mixing together with other hiss enemy types. They do some really clever things with the level design and the way they send these at you, and what makes it really impressive is these fights are semi-procedurally generated. There are scripted elements to some of them, and some fights are entirely scripted, but a lot of them either use partial procedural elements or are just entirely procedural. Yeah, I just love the idea that they corral you into more dangerous enemy types. Gives you this impression that the Hiss are thinking tactically, which Arish also alluded to.
Power cut. Replace the parts.
So here is the first part we have to replace. I want to make sure that I didn't actually go the wrong way, because we do want to get to the furnace, but okay, yeah, it is through here. I'm just misremembering a little bit. Oop. Oh, they're out of line of sight from up here. Let's dash to the other side. Trying to flank them from up here. Oh, yeah. You know what? We have not really fired this much. And now Tomasi is kind of a standard enemy type. That flying hiss. Yeah, I love the shatter form of this weapon. There is some other really good ones coming up. You already kind of saw that eventually we'll be able to get one called the Spin. And that's a joy. I got the joy, joy, joy down in my heart. And that joy is called the service weapon. The shatter form, you can just hear the stopping power. And there's the furnace. So,
Trash. Did Ahti need barrels full of hazardous biological material?
he did.
Seems like I'm breaking some environmental regulations on waste disposal. If that's what Ahti wants, then I'll get it done.
Yeah, Ahti knows what he's doing, I'm sure. Oh! Why? I don't think that went in. So we just have a huge open-faced furnace.
My name is Dr. Pierce, lead researcher of the parakinesiology department. I believe I've discovered a Code Omega paranatural entity residing within the Bureau itself, right under our noses. Darling refused to allocate me the budget or resources, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Let this recording be the proof I need to convince them. The furnace can speak. It's been talking to me for some time now. Listen. Did you hear that? It's a sentient force capable of communicating. I checked, and there's no record of ever installing this furnace. I believe that... Oh, sorry. What? Yes, I can feed you. What do you eat? I see. I'll try to find some volunteers.
So, this isn't so much waste disposal as it is lunch. See, Ahti has his reasons, and Ahti's reasons are very good. He just wants to feed his friend the voice inside the furnace. Oh, also, there's a bit of a boring-ish secret. It's kind of nifty, and there might be more to it than I actually think, but there are a couple of, I think they're TVs or monitors scattered around here with images of a flame on them. I believe there are 6 in total, and if you throw them into the fire, it just gives you decent weapon mod and maybe some other materials. How do I keep grabbing the wrong thing? That's about half. And over half. I see one more. And then I think there's one more beyond that that we'll just have to look around for. But the furnace is happy. It's a growing, hungry boy. And we're gonna help it get big and strong. I found you, you tricky little bastard. God, the radioactive stink is just wafting off of it. So we have burned the trash and gotten a damage boost mod and some ability points. Not the most exciting, but it's worth coming in here just for the fact that the furnace is alive, or something in the furnace is alive. And also because Ahti wanted us to, and Ahti rules. Now we journey into the bowels of the building. And get our first real taste of some of the transitional environments of this place. Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah. Oh, we only need 11 more for that challenge. So here we will place another, I'm just going to call it a battery. It's actually very Dead Space with the kinesis and the batteries in Dead Space 1 and 2. It's not the only Dead Space thing about the area that we're going into. That'll make more sense momentarily. This fight's really cool in the way the level is constructed, the verticality of it. There's sort of a lower, middle, and upper floor here, and it's one of the first really good instances of them mixing multiple enemy types together, and the way that they use the exploding hiss to corral you towards gunfire. And just how enemies will try to flank you. Just try and keep my eye out for the exploders coming from the left. There's one coming down the scaffolding. Whew. Took about 2 more shots than I intended. Oh yeah, fall damage is a thing. Ooh. So we fixed 2 of these coolant pumps. There's 1 more left. I'm just being careful and making sure there are no more hiss around. I think we're good. We can go past the scissor lift here so that we can find a quick memo referencing something called the Clog. And then we'll go fix that last coolant pump.
Shit. What now?
My old enemy, the Clog, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap.
So that's just a Necromorph. There is explicitly a boss fight against this Necromorph in Dead Space 1.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
As a projectile vomits at us. Nope, it hasn't retracted all the way yet. Ah, fudge. And I think that's the final one. Yep, just recedes into the floor. Makes sense that the janitor's old enemy is the Clog. Dodge efficiency isn't half bad, I just don't have that many personal mod slots
We need to hurry.
for it yet.
There go the pipes. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
Now we just have to fix the energy converters. And I believe we'll do that next time. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one, y'all.